They took Telnet out of macOS.
Dude, okay. They took a lot out of macOS. They took a fucking lot out of macOS, and I'm so mad about it.
They went through a phase of like each new operating system would be bigger, right? And then they went when it was like, hey, this new operating system will save you space. It's like, yeah, but you took out a bunch of shit that I need.
Yeah.
What do you do with Telnet?
What's Telnet?
I Telnet into Phantom cameras if there's like a...
It's like a command line option to remotely connect to a server.
Okay.
So in his case, he uses it to...
The amount of times where I've needed to change an option on a camera, but no one around me had the Phantom software or anything like that, I could just Ethernet into the camera and just do Telnet commands.
Okay.
Because I, for some reason, remembered that I needed to remember those when I used to work. And now I can't do that on a Mac.
You can install like the developer kit to get it.
Does it have Telnet?
I think it does have Telnet. I'll have to look. But they also broke, I used to use wget. It's like a command line to grab a website.
Oh, okay.
That way, if you like want to download a website, that way you can go through and inspect the HTML or whatever, or do something to it. So or remotely grab a file off of a server. wget's gone. It's a fucking pain.
The thing is, it makes total sense. Like, how many people watching this podcast have ever used Telnet?
Right.
It's been a solid probably 15 years since I used Telnet for
we used
anything.
Telnet at the call center all the time. You would Telnet in a mail service to test if it was working.
Yeah. It makes sense that it's all dropping off. Just real inconvenient for the old grandpas still using it.
When I was younger, in the late 90s, when the internet was kind of taking off, I thought as time went on that everyone would become an expert in using computers. That it was just a matter of time and everyone would understand how they would be so pervasive that everyone would understand how a computer worked. And in my mind, it's like tech support will become unnecessary because people would just be able to do it themselves.
Yeah.
But we've gone I've never been more wrong. We've gone the exact opposite way, where it's like technology has now become a black box, where it's like no one has to understand how it works. It's just like you click on some stuff and some magic happens, and then you end up with the result that you want.
I totally agree, because I was the young kid growing up who was the computer nerd and adopted computers as a hobby early on. So then became that young kid that people asked for help with, like tech support and that kind of thing. And I was always like, I cannot wait till all y'all die off. and it's just a bunch of me's walking around who have been grow up with this thing and understand everything like that. But it's not that. It's not.
And it's the same with cameras. Like, portrait mode on an iPhone is bloody easy to do.
Yeah.
But like you were saying about all the old pictures of you guys as a kid, they're all like partially in focus and like exposed the wrong way, because to get a picture with depth on film, that would take some sort of photographic knowledge.
Yeah.
Plus,
to
also
pull that off.
the cameras they were using back then
Garbage.
didn't really have any control.
And plus, film was
This is like
so
Shutter, and that was it.
vulnerable. Like,
Yeah.
once you had
And
a
it
good
just
camera,
ages
the
out.
film didn't guarantee anything.
So since we've entered the nostalgia portion of the podcast,
Telnet.
I read this really interesting article the other day, and it really got me thinking. It was an article about what was the first presidential campaign website, and I guess during it was a Bill Clinton Bob Dole debate in mid '96. At the very end of the debate, Bob Dole encourages people to go to dolekemp96.org, which is the first time a website's ever mentioned in a presidential debate.
Fucking Bob Dole of all
And
people.
the website is still up.
Yeah.
With that URL, 96?
With that URL,
Is it
dolekemp96.org,
as it was designed back
as
then?
it was designed at the time.
I gotta see
What
it.
is the oldest pristine original website?
That'd be a
Space Jam?
That.
Wow.
See the size
It
of
looks
the
like a-
screens that used to display that from how narrow
Please
it
tell
is.
me it has a guest book that I can sign in.
Let's
It looks like
see.
it would have.
It's like so small.
Is that using like the scroll text HTML, or is that
It's
a
got
GIF?
an animated GIF.
Yeah, it's gotta be animated.
Yeah,
GIF.
it's an animated GIF.
Oh yeah, they stopped supporting scroll a
Yeah.
long time ago.
It's
in
funny.
browser
Today's
search.
headlines is November 5th, 1996. It must be the last time it was updated.
Wow, what a time capsule!
But I guess apparently there's some. I don't want to say controversy, but there's some ambiguity as to whether or not this is actually the first presidential website. So it's the oldest one available still, but apparently Bill Clinton also had one that he launched around the same time. But Bill Clinton was also using like listservs and chat rooms and other forms of the internet to try to communicate with voters. But it's weird how it's how long ago has that been now? 23
21.
years.
Oh, 20.
I was always impressed when websites just wouldn't ever change. There was a website I used to use for cheat codes called GameWinners.com,
Yeah, remember that.
and it was the same. Like I've probably used it for a decade. It never changed. It still looked the same, like beige and blue text. Looked like shit.
What about GameFAQs? GameFAQs has been that same way for a long
I appreciate
time.
how GameFAQs has maintained its like minimalist style and how it does stuff.
It looks a little updated, but it's essentially the same. But when you look up like a fact, it's like they would always do like that.
It was
text
a text
format.
document. It was a
Yeah.
text document. It was great. That's
what
what I
happened
wanted.
to cheat codes? I feel like the games don't
What
really
happened-
have them.
microtransactions. That's what happened to cheat codes.
You pay for your cheat codes.
Right. It's like
Yeah.
you can put a
don't-
cheat code in to unlock something, or you can pay 99 cents to do it.
I just can't tell whether it's because I don't have any interest in cheating anymore, or because like I was young and I had a low attention span. Like I'd play The Sims and I'd be like, I can't afford anything. Shing! I have like $1 million now.
I'll tell you the last time I did that was on Minecraft, where I just like spawn all the iron and shit that I need.
We
But
just went
I
into
don't-
creative.
But
mode or
Minecraft
something.
has creative mode now.
No, but it was also playing on our own server where we turned that on.
Last time I used a cheat code was
I guess
Dark
Sims still has cheat codes though.
Sims definitely has to.
Yeah, but I guess if I played The Sims now, I wouldn't want to cheat. I'm trying to figure out if it was me as a kid who just couldn't be bothered.
I figured out you could. Well, it wasn't cheat codes. What was it like? What was it called when you downloaded a program?
Pirating?
No, no, but like
A crack?
there was like a crack, like not, but not even a crack. It was
Crack
like
was
it was like something that ran in the background of the game that would modify the game as you played it. I can't remember the name of the word I'm looking for, but I
Aimbot?
like an action replay kind of
stuff
thing.
like that. But it was for Dark Souls 2. I figured out you could do with Dark Souls 2 on PC. There's like a thing that could give you like unlimited souls if you wanted. That was the last time I cheated, just because I was getting so frustrated with Dark Souls 2. I was like, I just want to get through this game. So I was like, give me souls.
Yeah,
I didn't
feel
even
like
finish the game.
Give me souls. Nowadays, you could a lot of games allow you to change difficulty on the spot, which I think has gotten rid of a ton of use for cheat codes.
God of
But a
War.
lot of cheats were really fun. It'd be like, hey, you can have infinite ammo on a gun that you're supposed to have like 2 shots with.
Like what?
Like a rocket launcher, you just like.
God of War literally has a mode that the description of the difficulties, and they have the one that's like, I just want to watch a story. And so like it's like they recognize that you want to turn the difficulty down so low that enemies die so easily just because you just want to walk through the game and experience
Playing
the
a
God of
game
War
like
story.
a movie. I can see why people would want to do
I
that.
do
You
that
still
every
get
now and then.
achievements in those
I mean,
environments?
I don't know. I don't really
Could a
follow.
fungus get that achievement?
You can, but then sometimes what they'll do is they'll layer in other achievements, like you have to beat it on this difficulty or higher.